Wellington Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm here today with
Me.
Shayne Boreham. What'd you do today, Shayne?
I got second place at the OTS Championship.
And what did you play, bro? And don't lie to me, because I know when you're lying. Chimera, yeah, Chimera, cool. It's
A
pretty good
variant
meta
of
deck right now.
Chimera.
It's Chimera. It's a pretty good meta deck right now.
Yeah, I bricked in the final, so.
That's a shame, but you know, what do you got? What do you got for me? What do you got for me?
3 Codal, 3 Sword Knight,
Yeah.
3 Mythical Beasts,
Oh, we've all seen
2
it before.
Burfamy, 3 of the new guy.
Yeah.
So this is all standard.
That's all
very,
standard.
very, very standard.
Nothing new. Very standard Chimera deck we've got here.
3 of these 2.
Yep. Can't be without it.
Then we've got 1 Tau,
Yep.
1 of the Sin Keeper,
Yep.
and 1 Barrier Statue.
Ooh. How many times have that come up today?
Twice.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Who needs to win Barrier Statue? No
Yeah,
wonder
I
his
mean-
players are shaking in their boots.
It's good when you can have both of these, because then they can't droplet it either. Which is pretty good.
That's pretty
Can't
crazy.
get even lead, super lead, all that sort of stuff. And it's pretty easy to do if you just do the normal combo.
Very nice.
Then we also played Patchwork.
Yeah.
Just 2 of these, 3 of this.
Yep. Yep.
2 poly.
Yep. Classic.
was
This is
good.
this is such a standard
Wow.
normal Chimera
So
deck.
standard.
Such a normal Chimera deck.
3 Ostinato.
Oh, who would have seen that coming? Out of left field, he came with the right hook, uppercut, Ostinato.
I drew it once.
Right hook, bro.
I only drew it once.
Wait, that was against me.
And the person scooped when I showed it to them. So.
What? That's not true.
Yes, it is. You
All
said,
right, it was
show
game
me if
two.
I have
It
a
was
good
game
hand.
two. It was game two. That's
Yep.
right. Yeah. No,
So
it's
in
true,
theory,
I did.
it makes a pretty good board without using your normal summon.
Yep.
You can make like your negates and all that sort of stuff, and then you could just do. It also bridges you into Chimera because there's a card in the extra deck that is a beast.
Oh,
So it would have been good if I had have drawn it.
in theory, it's good.
In theory, it's good.
In theory, branded fusion's pretty good.
Yes. So we played 3 of this, refrain and 1 couplet.
Yep.
Drawing this is arse, but you can normal summon this as well, and it does pretty much almost the same combo. So you just lose 1 negate, but it makes an Apo, and you get like a free monster to summon with. So it's fine if you normal summon it too.
Yep.
It also gives you scales, and that's the most important part of
Very,
this
very
combo,
powerful.
is just the scales, because you can summon light monsters, and all of the good ones in this deck are light, like Mirror Sword Knight and Diabells. I played 1 Tam Tam,
Yeah, that's the
specific
one.
to this deck. If you summon it, it summons Poly, and then
It does
if
not
it's,
summon poly. It adds
it,
poly.
it adds Poly, but if it's used as a fusion summon, you can burn your opponent, which is pretty good in time.
You said this card was called Time Time?
Tam Tam!
Time, the Melodious Devo?
That's the one.
Broken.
So 1 of this, you can search 2 polys, it's not once per turn, so it's good. I don't know. 1 concerto, you need this.
Very
I
powerful
drew
card
it
as
a
well.
lot for some reason, and none of the other cards, so I don't know what about this copy is like.
It's really good though.
Yeah,
Especially
you can
fuse with
fuse with your
scales.
scales, and then your scales re-scale themselves. It's pretty good.
And it draws you a card.
And it draws you a card, which came up more than anything. Because it drew me into Mirror Sword Knight once, and then the other time it drew me into Gazelle, which started the whole Chimera combo by itself.
Very, very powerful.
Very good. And then the only non-engine I play is 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, and Talents. I never drew Talents, so who cares about that? These were good. It was fine. I probably would change the deck in future. I'm not exactly sure what I would change, but it was still kind of bricky. I think I need more beasts.
More beasts.
Yeah.
I thought you were enough of a beast yourself, bro.
It's just like having fusion spells in hand with no beasts and 2 fiends, like in the final.
Yeah.
No good. You can't do anything. So play 1 of this. The Phantom Beast guy that hits a card out of your hand. It's good to hand loop your opponent for 2 if they hand trap you. It's pretty funny. 2 of the one that sends. I don't know, sometimes you make 2 in 1 turn, because it's the one that you can... This one you specifically need a beast for. These ones you can use any 2 different ones. Which is why having 2 fiends is also bad, because you can't make this either. But it sends the Barrier Statue, which is pretty funny. And then on your opponent's turn it sends the Tau, which summons back the Diabells. So good. And there's like a little combo where you can banish this to summon one from back from your figure, then you can banish this one to summon this one. So you still have your negates in the graveyard.
Yeah.
As everybody knows with this deck. One of the big guy in testing and like in previous weeks, this is how I've been killing everybody. But I never made it today because I didn't need to. But in theory, it's really good against like Horus, where they have the guy in hand that like wipes your board if you remove anything. If they leave any monster in attack, the normal combo gets you to this that can attack 4 or 5 times. So you just attack the same monster and then they die. It's pretty funny. Magnum the Reliever. Surprisingly, probably the most broken card in the deck, in the extra deck. So it draws you a card, for one, and then if you or your opponent activates an effect, you can banish a fusion spell from your graveyard and destroy a card on the field. Any card on the field. But the best thing about this is that through your combo, you can Pendulum Summon, back out your Refrain, not that one, Refrain, and it counts as a monster from the extra deck. So if you have a fusion spell...
What? That's so funny.
It's a monster from the extra deck and a monster from hand, and if you like hard drew one of the other ones, like an illusion or a fiend, this becomes the fiend. It draws you a card, and then it gets your combo started, and it pairs well with another card that I'm about to show you as well.
That's hilarious. What the hell?
So as well as this, I might as well show it now. Cross Sheep is a beast.
It is.
So you can make these two into your Chimera and like get the hand rip and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty funny. But the usual combo will have you with this. You summon a fusion monster and then it summons back like your Gazelle or your Mirror Sword Knight or something, and then that also starts your combo. So these are good. This is a definite must need. Like this is so good. One Guardian Chimera. I really missed 2 of them. Making one on your opponent's turn and then not having one to do on the crackback, like when you're trying to kill them, is it really, really, really hurts. And it definitely lost me a game, not having 2 of them. So I want to bump it up, but I don't know what I would cut. 2 of Baka, I don't know how to say it. You need 2 for the combo. Make one, summon one, make a second one with Concerto, make your scales, overlay them, the whole combo with these. So you're making this, you're doing this. This one is summoning Tam Tam searching Poly, and then you're overlaying these for this. You're making these into Cross Sheep. This summons to the zone that Cross Sheep points to.
And then you get the summon
and then you're off.
Yay!
And you have a negate, which is pretty good.
You summon the barrier statue of Cross Sheep, and then your opponent just...
which goes into the other stuff. You can make Appaloosa before you start doing your fusion stuff, so you don't get locked.
Crazy.
Also exceed the pendulum just to go into the Appaloosa. If you're 1 short, you can make this for 4. If you use Ostinato, you can make it for 2 if you don't. And you would go into this first if you just normal summon Refrain. 1 SP. It's good. You can like...
It is good, I'll confirm.
If you have a really bad hand, you can do some really shady stuff. Like you can... If all you have is like an illusion and a fiend that doesn't do anything when it's used as fusion material, funnily enough, you can make this. You can send like the statue or something, and then you can make this into SP and banish the statue, and then this you can banish from your graveyard to summon the statue on your opponent's turn, and it's like at least a little bit of it's like a little tiny combo.
Is it a fiend? Is it? Oh, that's fine.
It is a fiend. The statue is a fiend. This summons any illusion, fiend, or whatever. So you could basically banish. You can like custom make your hand by banishing it first with SP. I realized that after I'd made the play, so I didn't do it, but it was there.
Could have happened.
And last card, Chaos Angel. Maybe I'll cut this for the extra thing because I didn't make this either. In theory, really, really good, but every deck that I played against could just get rid of this anyway. So it honestly didn't matter. Probably better at big events. Side deck. Hooray. We have 1 King Tiger Wangu.
How was this today?
It won me the game against Ubel.
It won you a game against Ubel, and then you paraded around the room going,
yes.
I beat him with Wangu.
I gave him the Wangus. The funny thing is that he didn't even try to play through. Like, he could have tried to play, but he didn't, and he just scooped. So, like, I don't know. this as well, the Nightmare Magician. So when you're going second, you'll side out the die bells for the Nightmare Magician, because it does a big like attack and steal. And against U-Bell, you'll take the damage, but then you take the U-Bell, so you no longer have to attack it, and then hopefully you can go for game. So you can like take the U-Bell and then attack with the U-Bell, and when the U-Bell attacks, you pop the Nightmare Pain, and then you're off to the races. It's really good. Lightning Storm, Duster, and 2 Cosmic. Back row stuff. I didn't draw any of them at any point, so it didn't really matter, but
in theory,
I sided them, at least.
Yeah.
3 Droplet. For like the stun decks, there are stun decks here, so we want this to get around all of the stun cards, like Vanity's Fiend and
Majesty's
Fiend and Vanity's Ruler, all of that sort of stuff.
Goodness.
But I never had to go second against that sort of thing. So like I sided them, but it didn't work out anyway. I got skill drained, it didn't matter. 3 Crow. I rate Crow this format. Crow is much better. So like you get to banish any card instead of like Bestials and stuff. You get to banish any card from their graveyard at any point that you want, so they don't have to control anything. And it doesn't put a monster on the board for thrust, so they can set or like add something really good. And it can hit fire monsters. I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say? It hits the Flamberge, it hits the other stuff. I sided them, I saw it, I didn't have to use it because I won through other means. The combo just won by itself, so I had this as backup. No, it was against Horus. I had this in Ash in hand, and then it didn't matter. So, and then D-Barriers. Yeah, D-Barriers pretty good.
Guys, we have a D-Barrier question for you. Chat, today at locals, at the OTS Championship, which this is, Shayne here had set up a couple of fusion monsters on the side of the field. I want to say it was like that one.
It was a Magnum.
That one. And he gets a D-Barrier flipped on him. And then on the next turn, he goes over to his opponent, and his opponent does such and such, and Shayne activates this. And his opponent says, well, you can't, you're under D-Barrier. But D-Barrier was activated the turn prior on Shayne's turn. We couldn't find precedent on the internet for whether D-Barrier lasts more than a turn, because the text on the card says...
I found it in Judge's Lounge. There's no record of it not being that way in Judge's Lounge, but in OCG, it's ruled the other way. So we don't actually have a confirmed TCG ruling,
which is very unfortunate.
It's I've never seen it ruled the other way. I've never seen that these are negated forever.
I've never met anybody more knowledgeable than people in my YouTube comments. So I'm going to see what they have to say. But
well, I mean, can you imagine? You flip a D-Barrier, you call Fusion, they start syncering, you call Synchro, and then all of their stuff is negated forever. I don't think so.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like that to me either, but I also have no idea. So
yeah.
Anyway,
well, that is the deck profile.
It kind of didn't matter because that was like his last card.
Yeah, it didn't matter anyway, but I had the Ash for the field spell, so... Yeah.
And what were your matchups today?
I hate this question because I never remember. Round 1 was U-Bell.
Yep.
Round 2 was Branded.
Yes.
Round 3 was Horus Stun.
Fun.
And round 4 was Snake Eyes Cash Terror.
Yeah.
And the Cash Terror player cooked me. I basically made like the board where you had a card out of the hand. I've got the 2 negates engraved, and then I had I could summon this back. And he started with the field spell.
Oh my goodness.
The Cash Terror field spell. So after he had it, I summoned this, but he had the Witch to beat over it.
Oh, well.
And then from there it was game because I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, these things happen. Second place at the OTS Champs with a very, very interesting Chimera Melodious pile.
Yeah.
Thank you for being you.
Thank you.
Bless up, Wellington Yu-Gi-Oh! This has been Shayne Boreham, Melodious Chimera, signing out.